different feel, special feel?
Not really. Just able to be healthy, go out there and compete. I mean, every year you get to start a new season, you get to go out there and do what you love at a high level. I think every game counts just the same.
The fact that you guys were so close to a much higher seed, 4 games out of second, 3 out of third, 2 out of fourth, does it add to an appreciation how maybe every game, including the first week of the season, in such a competitive East, maybe means a little bit more?
Nah, every game always been the same. But last year don't even matter. I think everybody got such a good team, including ourselves. There's a lot of changes around the league. Every game's gonna matter the same from here for the next however many amount of years. You wanna win as many games as you can.
How important is it to avoid the play-in for a third straight year and have to go through that?
I don't know.
Jimmy, I have a question about D. Wade and the statue. Is there a statue big enough for D. Wade to be out here in front?
I don't know, man. I know, all I do know is as much as he's done for this organization and for this city and for the game of basketball, man, he's beloved by everybody. And he's hated by a lot of people, too, because he beat up on their favorite teams, rightfully so. But I just got so much love. So does this city, so does this organization. So whatever statue that there is, just know that it's all heart that's inside the statue.
And his influence in you being here?
He didn't have some of it, but I think his influence on me is much bigger than basketball, much bigger than, the Miami Heat. I talked to him about being a man, a father, all of that good stuff. Basketball is great, but at the end of the day, I'm now more than ever going to always be a father.
Speaking all the love going around, just talk about Pat Riley getting the court named after him.
Yeah, that's big, man. I mean, what he's done for the league, obviously, what he's done for this organization, the amount of respect that he's earned from every individual that's came through here, home team, away team, it's only right that his name's on that court, man. And I'm grateful for him, allowing me to be me while I'm here. Allowing me and trusting in me to help us win some games.
Jimmy, at this point in your career, does it even bother you, or is it at all something you notice that this team is sort of under the radar and outside of this building and NBA circles as far as the expectations? Does that at all motivate, bother, something you notice?
I got too much stuff going on in my life to be worried about what other individuals think of myself and my squad and my organization. So we keep our head down, we do what we're supposed to do, and whenever we're right at the end of the day, we already knew it.
Jimmy, the starters played in the preseason. Do you think that set the tone for you guys, and how can that help you guys, specifically at the start of the year?
I don't think so. I think we play enough together in practice. We hang around each other enough in practice that preseason does help. But now it starts to get real, so it's time to go out there and do what we really do.
What's the skill of this starting group, this new group that has you excited?
You said what?
What's the skill or dynamic of this new starting group that has you encouraged about the 5 of you as a group collectively?
We was together last year, man. We just know how to win.
It's just the first time with Nico, with the other 4 of you together as a group this preseason as a new
Nico started last year, didn't he?
Yeah, but not with Terry and Tyler and you.
Man, we know how to win. Nico started last year. I'm watching you.
Obviously, opening night, what's the excitement level for you and the rest of the boys?
I mean, excited to get the season going. We've had a long off season that we're not used to, so a lot of guys really got to go away, get away, and be ready to hoop again.
Talk about that cherry on the top, Pat Riley getting the court named after him tomorrow as well.
I mean, special. Obviously, it's gonna be a special moment. What is this, 30th year with us? So, you've seen the history that he's been a part of. You've seen the history that he's created, the atmosphere, the standard. So, I feel like it was in due time. He was gonna get his own ceremony. I'm glad we permanently will always see Pat on the court.
Why should we believe that a roster with only 3 new players will be different and will be better, in your view as team captain?
Everybody has gotten better. We've changed the offense. As you can see, it's more flowing, more rim attacks, more threes and free throws. So that's what we want to be, our identity to be. And on the other end, disruptive and steals and impact winning.
Last year you finished 4 games out of second place, 3 games out of third, 2 games out of fourth. Does that make you realize how much more important every game is, including the start of the season?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you obviously know it's a long season, and you don't want to ever look back and be like, we had to done something different, or this would have been different. So for us, man, it's taking one game at a time.
Have you noticed a difference in maybe excitement or anticipation for the start of the season versus this time last year?
Yeah. Just because, like I said, we've had a long off season. So having this type of atmosphere, seeing us in preseason, I feel like it's giving people a lot more to be excited about.
Pretty comfortable there on the three-point line.
I mean, that's what I've been working on in the summer. Obviously, the Olympics was like the first showing of it. So just being prepared to knock down a shot.
Let me ask you a question. How different is it hitting in the game? I mean, in practice, you don't miss.
I don't think I missed a lot in preseason. So going into the regular season, I don't want to miss either. So just having that mindset.
How many do you think you've taken? Just to estimate.
In preseason?
No, in practice. In practice over this.
Oh, shit, I don't know. We won't get this scrimmage that long, so I'd say about 2 or 3 of practice. Just in the rhythm, not really trying to force it. A little bit. Got a couple. It was a cool moment. Obviously being in the Olympics and everybody expecting something else, and you add another element to your game. So for me, it just it helped me. Obviously, it helped us with our spacing, and will help with our spacing.
I remember the game winner against Detroit. Was that kind of the moment where you were like, I can do this? Not that deep, that drama.
Nah, that deep too. I'm gonna shoot a couple from there too. But I would say it started before that. It just so happened that was just on the run of me starting to just shoot threes. Like I said, my fault. I woke up one morning and just started shooting threes. It wasn't like a coach telling me to do it. I was just like, I'm gonna shoot threes today, and it went from there.
I know on one radio show from Media Day, you mentioned maybe 100. Could it even be more than that, you think, this year as far as three-point attempts?
Yeah.
For you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you heard it from Coach himself. It's either 5 to 7 or it could be 2 a game. So, I mean, he said 7. So why lower my standard?
I know a lot is made about blocking out the noise, but obviously you've heard probably when the top teams in the East are talked about, national people, the Heat isn't mentioned much. Would it give you any joy or satisfaction to prove everyone wrong and show that once again this team is a contender and should be discussed among the best teams in the East?
I wouldn't even say the media. When I talk to the players around the team, around the league, they understand what it is. They know what it is. So, I mean, national attention is cool, but when you have the people that you go against respect y'all to where it's like, y'all can still be an 8th seed or a 7th seed or a 5th seed and make it to the Eastern Conference Finals or the Finals. That's what really matters, because the media is not out there. Y'all supposed to talk about star players and what they can be, and what their schedule is like and record, whatever. For us, we get in here and we hoop, and we figure it out from there.
Crazy, it's crazy. Time flies. I'm just excited to obviously get going and be under my 6th year now. It's crazy, and I'm excited to be back and ready to get things started.
Does opening night feel like first day of school, or is it one of 82 now?
I feel like the first day of school feeling was like training camp, Bahamas type of thing, but it's still an excitement. I feel like ever since we were little kids, like just being able to play that first game from middle school to high school, college, now it's all the same. We're really excited to just get the season underway, and really excited to be at home in front of our fans, to be able to go out there and play in front of them.
Do you feel like the core of this team's been together that long, 6 years, or because everybody missed some last year?
Yeah, we obviously are aware of it's our 6th year together. It ups and downs throughout the years, but last year we weren't healthy, and this year we have a almost a new, slate ahead of us, and we're excited to get things started to see what we can still do.
Speaking of excitement,
first,
talking about the fact that Court being named after Herro and Erik Spoelstra, that's pretty exciting as well.
Yeah, he's a legend, not only in this city and state, but, the whole game of basketball. Pat Riley's a face of the game, and, we're excited to just be part of that. Tomorrow they're going to put the court under his name, and I think that's really cool.
what's your favorite moment, Tyler, with Riley that will forever stand out in your mind? Was it the first time you met, a different conversation you had with him, just kind of a one-on-one moment?
Probably when I first was drafted, just coming to the arena press conference. I went in his office. He gave me like a book to read. But I just remember that whole process of getting drafted and then coming down here, and now I'm here. So I'm excited, and like I said, he's a living legend, and I'm an honor just to be a part of everything he's done.
Championship is obviously the goal, but is there, you think, collectively any extra determination to avoid the play-in this year, having to go through that stress the last 2 years?
I mean, it's obviously, like you said, winning the championship, but being healthy, that's my main goal for the season, is just being healthy, being available, being on the court for my teammates, coaches, the whole organization in the city. I think that I owe it to them to be on the court as much as possible, and unless I can't walk or I can't do something, I'm going to be on the court this year.
Tyler, I think we know you can't just snap your fingers as a team or a player and just say, I'm not going to take mid-range shots or long twos, but with what's focusing on shot profile wise, how much are you thinking about that when you're on the court right now, or is it becoming instinctual what you're trying to do?
I think it's more just the habits we've built from the beginning of training camp. Right now we haven't shot. Honestly, I don't remember the last person who shot a mid-range shot in like a practice scrimmage or anything. Like, we haven't shot those all preseason training camp. There's been a lot of focus on, like I said before, getting to the rim, putting pressure on the paint, and creating advantages, getting open threes, finding ways to like I said, create advantages for our attackers, for our spacers, and guys that can, score the ball.
At the same time, in fourth quarters when things tighten up, is there kind of an acknowledgement that there's a different shot profile that's beneficial in the fourth?
I would say so. In the fourth quarter is winning time, so I feel like at that point in the game, it's all about getting the best shot available, which is, letting your playmakers make plays, and that's what I think we'll do once the fourth quarter kind of gets tight and it gets going. But I think throughout the course of the game, it only makes sense to play the way we've been, practicing, which is getting to the rim, creating advantages, and layups and threes.
Tyler, you said you're up to 201, I think, at Media Day. Have you noticed in the preseason that maybe helped you on the court getting to the basket a little bit more than the rim, like you were talking about?
I don't know. I think it'll help hopefully throughout the season. I don't know how much it's helped me throughout training camp, but my hope is for it to hold up, and then I can hopefully be more durable. We'll see what happens now.
Time now. Do you still get just as excited?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I don't know. I can't compare it to like the other seasons, but it just feels like we're all fresh. We're all had enough time, to reflect, move on, recharge, and then get excited about this group. Yeah, I'm as excited to start this season as I have been in a while.
And with how much Pat Riley means to you, what is it going to be like tomorrow night to see the court being named after him?
Yeah, it's going to be a really special night. I'm looking forward to it. It is just a really, really cool thing that we all get to be a part of. We get to make him uncomfortable, for a night. He doesn't like all this attention. He's pushed us in so many ways out of our comfort zones, over the years. We get to flip the tables on him, shine the light on him, celebrate him, and I can't wait for that. He's brought us all along on this ride, and we're just really grateful, for this culture and this organization, that he and Mickey have built. but it's the ultimate, sign of respect having that signature on the floor. What we're joking about on the sideline is any of our players find a loose ball and it's anywhere near that name, you better be going down head first and come up with that ball.
Oh, you don't think it would have been more fitting to put his name on the practice group?
Yeah, that would have worked as well. You could put it on the top of this building. You could put it like, as a name of a street. Like, there's a lot of different areas. There's a lot of people that you can put their name on this practice court. I think it's fitting for everybody to see it on the main court, center stage. Yeah, it'll be a really special night.
The fact that he didn't necessarily want it quite yet, which he sort of revealed to us that it was like, Nicky, we can wait a couple more years. What did that? What does that mean? That he's still locked in on the task and doesn't want?
Yeah. No, he's locked in on the target. Come on, he's as ferocious and focused on the task at hand as he's ever been. That's what inspires us. It motivates us. It keeps us driving, toward that goal. Why wait? He still can go, for a long time. This is just a moment of celebration and acknowledgement for everything he's done for the organization, the city, and all of us. Let's do it.
You talked about this a little at Media Day, but is it crazy for you that only Pop and Jerry have had one job longer than you've had this job?
I don't really reflect on that too much. The only time I think about is when people mention just how much turnover there is in the league. There's been 14 jobs open just in the last 2 years alone, so basically half the jobs have come available. In that regard, I think it's really a sad state for coaching. That coaching staffs aren't given enough of a time period to be able to develop a culture and develop the right habits, to be able to go through the necessary adversity, to get to that next level. I'm grateful, that we have the structure and stability here. Jerry Sloan was somebody I really looked up to, when I was in high school and college.
At the moment, obviously, you have the 90 days with the two-way guys. Do you expect to have Drew Smith active some early in the season? Is in your thoughts as far as possibly a playing time option early on, or to have him active in general?
For tomorrow, and then we'll take it game by game from there. But we have a very deep team. We have a deep roster of NBA contracts. We love our two-way contracts with their upside, ability to develop them, but also they're playable right now. That just gives us a lot of depth and versatility.
Technology's gotten better at everything, but when you talk about Drew, he was playing basketball like 8.5 months after an ACL. You don't see that very often. What's that say just about his willingness to do everything it took to go?
He's like quite a few of those guys that have done it when you're against all odds and against. We love the stories when people just think there's no way. There's no way it can be done. Like, you go all the way back to Duncan. Most people said there's no way. You have to have unreasonable fortitude and grit. And those guys have that. It's a superpower of theirs. And then, they go through that process of making you watch, then making you take the next step of thinking about playing them, then making you play them, and then making everybody else forget what your initial thoughts were of them when they first came up through the program. Those are the guys you root for.
A lot of evidence in the preseason of the space offense, a lot of turnovers leading to points off, and then a lot of good ball movement on threes. Is that kind of where you would hope you guys would be getting?
It's one of the things, of playing to our strengths. Speed and quickness is something we want to tap into. We've been able to force turnovers when we're at our best, but we want to be more efficient and capitalizing off of that. Where the pace will end up, I'm not totally sure. but we want to be more assertive and more efficient in those less scripted areas. Okay.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you.